There are very few criteria for hats, and one of them is whether or not it fits the head. Well, here's an easy topic: church and state. I'm reminded of a time I was in Stockholm, Sweden. I was with a friend who was working for an organization that was based out of Stockholm. So I came and helped her spend her per diem and stayed in a business traveler hotel. Easy, inexpensive, ran errands for her, got this thing fixed and this pair of shoes cobbled and this other thing done because she lived in a country where those things were harder to do. And one day I went to Mass at the main church of the state church in Sweden, which is Lutheran. The whole service was in Swedish. It was not a heavily attended service because it was lunchtime. Probably 24 individuals, all of us seated in a circle, in chairs, little wooden chairs. The celebrant was female and gray-haired, which means she could have been somewhere between 32 and 75, probably closer to 75. And I enjoyed sitting there and noting what it was like to be in this big space with tourists peering in and out of the great doors, looking at things along the wall, looking up at the ceiling, looking down at the floor. And there we were in a corner of the sanctuary, having communion in Swedish, in a country where they have a state church. And if you don't want to participate with the state church, you just don't pay taxes toward it. So about 80% of Swedes pay taxes to support the church. Here's the catch. If you don't want to participate, that means you never get to participate. So you can't get married in a church. You can't get baptized. You can't be buried in a church cemetery. Which is interesting, because in the US, any church can be had for $1. You want to have a big wedding? Name your price. We'll give you the sanctuary, we'll give you the refectory, we'll give you the parish hall, whatever you want. Give us some money, you can do whatever you want. It's very American of us. Do we have separation of church and state? I don't know, they both are pretty capitalist.